Hello, Emma McNally here from Achieve Your Greatness, and today we're looking at the part 2 of the Mercedes model, and that was all about the language. So you remember we were talking about that diagram that we had, this one here, if you remember, language, focus, physiology. In part 1 we looked at the focus, and today we're going to look at language. So obviously we all use language all the time. Have you ever stopped to think, though, of the impact the language has on how you feel? So have you ever had, maybe you met up with people that have been less than positive and you've spent the whole time talking to them, and then when you come away, you don't feel so good? Ever had that? Or maybe you've met up with people who have been really empowering, or you've had a Zoom call with people and they've been chatting and they're all full of energy, and you come away and you go, oh my goodness, that was an amazing time. I had such a good time with them. So the language we use can impact how we feel. Okay, so again, it's about choice. It's about understanding this and then choosing what language we want to use. Okay. So I like to think of some of those language patterns on a continuum. So let's have a look at this one, for example. You've got difficult or hard at one end, and you've got easy at the other. Okay? So if a child's going into an exam and they've been told, or they're saying to themselves, so language can be what I'm saying externally and also what I'm saying to myself, this is going to be really difficult, or this is going to be really hard, then as you know from the first video on this, your RAS, your reticular activating system, will be looking for difficult or hard. If, however, we say, well, it's going to be less than easy, so taking one step to the side of difficult or hard to less than easy, then your RAS will start to find you easy. Reason being that your RAS, your reticular activating system, will get what you're focusing on. And that's the language we use, okay? So, our brains can't process negation very well, all right? So what that means is, if you say and use the word not, then it deletes that word, okay? And just focuses on the other bit. So imagine your brain as a big Google search engine. You put into it, not a purple dog, and what comes up? A purple dog will come up, not a purple dog. So you have to think about it before you don't think about it. Does that make sense? So I was at Windsor Castle a good couple of months back, and we were walking along, and on the path, just beside the path, it says, please walk on the path. And that felt so different as opposed to don't walk on the grass. Does that make sense? So for a number of people, when they say don't do something, you tend to want to do it. Like a child, if you say don't touch this, what do? Immediately put their hand out, because the brain isn't processing the don't, it's just processing the other part, the touch it. Yeah? Don't look down. What do? You look down, right? So, what does this mean for us? Well, start to think about how we use our language. How we want to phrase things and what we want to be using our language to focus on. So I do quite a lot of work with couples and with individuals who are looking for partners. And they go, well, I don't want them to be lazy, and I don't want them to be this, and I don't want them to be that. And guess what? Guess what they've ended up with previously? All those things that they've said they haven't wanted. Okay? You get what you focus on. So start changing our language to what we do want rather than what we don't want, okay? Because when we use this language, we're sending those messages round our body. We are all connected. What we say is connected to our physiology, connected to our focus, connected in a one whole system approach. So rather than saying it's going to be difficult, maybe say it's going to be less than easy. Moving on the way to easy. Yeah? It's awful. That sends those messages around your body. If you're just about to go into a meeting or just about to meet somebody online, and, you know, for a business meeting, for example, and you're, oh, this is going to be an awful meeting, then your RAS is going to be looking for awful, but also your body will react to the words you've used, okay? So this is going to be a great meeting. This is going to be a productive meeting. This is going to be an awesome day. This is going to be great. So I know sometimes this can be a bit of a stretch, especially with, I'm recording this in the middle of the coronavirus issues. So yeah, less than helpful. How are we going to use our language to help us? If you want to start feeling better about it, start thinking about using your language in a way that supports you. And just in terms of silly things, like, don't forget your keys. Well, you're focusing then on forgetting. So remember your keys. Just has a more positive message through. So as you go forward, have a think about your language. Have a think about what you're saying to yourself and to others. And think about how you can change it to what you want rather than what you don't want, so that you can start to feel better during this time. All right, so thank you again for listening, and tune back in for part 3 when we're going to be looking at our physiology, okay, and putting the whole model together. All right, thank you so much. Keep safe, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.